Meet Blue, the detective dog. Blue is a playful and curious dog who loves solving mysteries. Blue wasn't just any dog. He was a beagle with a keen sense of smell and an even keener sense of adventure. From the moment he was a puppy, everyone knew he was destined for greatness. He was the best dog ever. Not only was he loyal and friendly, but he also had a knack for solving mysteries that left everyone in awe. Blue had a secret talent. He was a detective. With his trusty magnifying glass and his detective hat, he was always ready to take on any challenge that came his way. With his shiny blue collar and a wagging tail, he solved mysteries. Blue's nose was magic. It could sniff out the faintest of scents and lead him straight to the source of the mystery. It could sniff out anything. Whether it was a missing toy, a hidden treat, or even a lost shoe, Blue's nose never failed him.
One sunny day, I was just relaxing in the garden. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and everything seemed perfect. Suddenly, I smelled something strange. It was a scent I had never encountered before, and it made me feel uneasy. It was the smell of trouble. I knew something was wrong, and I needed Blue's help to figure out what it was.
Blue's ears perked up. His tail wagged excitedly. He knew that a new mystery was waiting for him, and he was ready to take it on with all his might. Today, Blue is on a mission to find the missing shoes. With his nose to the ground and his detective instincts on high alert, Blue was ready to solve the case and save the day once again. Together, we followed the scent trail through the garden, past the flowers and the bushes, until we reached the source of the strange smell. Blue started digging furiously, his paws moving at lightning speed. I watched in anticipation, wondering what he would uncover. Finally, Blue found it. Buried beneath the soil was a small, mysterious box. We opened it together and discovered a treasure trove of old, forgotten toys. Blue had done it again. He had solved the mystery and brought joy to everyone. We celebrated our success, and I knew that with Blue by my side, no mystery was too big or too small for us to solve. And so, Blue the detective dog continued his adventures, always ready to sniff out the next mystery and bring happiness to those around him. The end. Lily, Blue's human friend, came running into the garden.
Blue, my shoes are gone!
Lily was worried. She couldn't find her favorite red shoes anywhere.
Don't worry, Lily, I'll find your shoes.
Blue put on his detective hat. It was a funny sight. The hat was too big for him, but Blue didn't mind. It made him feel like a real detective.
Time to sniff out those shoes.
Blue thought. He was ready to solve the mystery. Blue started sniffing around the house. He sniffed under the sofa, behind the curtains, and even inside the toy basket. But the shoes were nowhere to be found. Blue wagged his tail, thinking hard. He needed more clues.
Then, I saw something interesting. There were tiny footprints on the floor. The footprints were too small for Lily's shoes. They belonged to someone much smaller.
Blue barked excitedly. He knew who could help. Blue followed the tiny footprints. They led him straight to Lily's baby brother, Max. Max was sitting in his playpen, happily playing. And guess what Max was holding? Lily's missing shoes. Max giggled and put a shoe on his head like a hat.
Max had taken the shoes!
Blue barked happily. He had solved the mystery.
You found them, Blue! Blue carefully took the shoes from Max. Max giggled and clapped his hands. He loved playing with Blue. Blue ran to Lily and dropped the shoes at her feet.
Lily cried, "You're the best detective dog ever!" Lily was so happy to have her shoes back. She gave Blue a big hug and a tasty treat. Blue wagged his tail. He loved solving mysteries and making Lily happy. The sun began to set, casting long shadows in the garden. The golden hues of the evening light painted a serene picture, with the gentle rustling of leaves adding a soothing soundtrack to the scene. It was a perfect evening, one that seemed to promise nothing but peace and joy. Blue, feeling full of energy after his successful shoe recovery, bounced around Lily as she played with her toys. His tail wagged furiously, a blur of excitement and joy. Lily giggled, her laughter ringing out like a melody as she watched Blue's playful antics. The bond between them was evident, a friendship forged through countless adventures and shared moments of happiness. Suddenly, a frown clouded Lily's face. Her brows furrowed, and her lips turned downwards, a stark contrast to the joy that had filled the air just moments before. Something was wrong, and it was clear that her playful mood had been interrupted by an unexpected problem.
My airplane! She exclaimed, her voice tinged with a mix of surprise and worry. The toy airplane was one of her favorites, a cherished possession that had accompanied her on many imaginative flights and adventures.
She exclaimed, searching frantically. Her small hands moved quickly, sifting through the pile of toys scattered around her. Each toy she picked up and discarded added to her growing frustration. The airplane was nowhere to be found, and the more she searched, the more worried she became. "I can't find my favorite airplane toy." Lily's voice quivered with a hint of desperation. She sat down on the floor, surrounded by her toys, feeling a sense of loss. The airplane wasn't just a toy, it was a symbol of her creativity and imagination, a key to her world of make-believe. Blue, always ready for a new adventure, perked his ears and wagged his tail excitedly. He sensed the urgency in Lily's voice and knew that this was a call to action. His eyes sparkled with determination and he was ready to help his best friend in any way he could. A new mystery to solve, Blue thought, his mind racing with possibilities. He and Lily had solved many small mysteries together, from finding lost socks to uncovering hidden treasures in the garden. This was just another challenge, and he was confident they could tackle it together. Blue was confident he could find the missing plane. With a determined expression, he began to sniff around, using his keen sense of smell to pick up any clues. Lily watched him, her hope rekindled by Blue's unwavering confidence. Together they would embark on this new adventure, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Lily's red toy airplane was her favorite. She loved pretending it could fly to different countries.
"Don't worry, Lily, I'll find your airplane."
He started sniffing around the garden, his nose glued to the ground. Blue searched under the bushes, around the flower pots, and even behind the garden gnome, but the airplane was nowhere to be seen.
"Where could it be?"
Blue wondered, his tail drooping slightly. Blue sat down, trying to think like a detective. He remembered the tiny footprints from earlier.
"Maybe Max took the airplane too."
But then, he noticed something else. There were colorful feathers scattered on the grass near the fence. Blue sniffed the feathers carefully. They smelled familiar. He knew who they belonged to. A big smile spread across Blue's face. He had a hunch. Blue followed the trail of feathers, his tail wagging excitedly. The feathers led him to the back of the garden where a small birdhouse stood proudly. He looked up at the birdhouse and saw Lily's red airplane perched precariously on the roof. A small brown bird peeked out from the entrance, chirping innocently. The mystery was solved. Lily, following Blue's excited barks, found him by the birdhouse and burst into laughter when she saw her airplane.
"Oh, Blue!
She giggled, carefully retrieving her toy.
You found my airplane! The birds must have thought it was a new perch."
Blue barked happily, proud of himself for solving another mystery. Lily hugged Blue tightly.
"You're the best detective dog ever!"
Lily learned that day that paying attention to details can help solve problems. As the stars twinkled above, the night was calm and serene. The moon cast a gentle glow over the sleepy town, and the world seemed to be at peace. In a cozy little house, a child named Lily was getting ready for bed, her eyes heavy with sleep, but her heart full of joy. Blue, her loyal and loving dog, curled up at the foot of Lily's bed. His soft fur was a comforting presence, and Lily felt safe and secure with Blue by her side. They had shared many adventures together, and tonight was no different. He was tired, but happy. The day had been filled with excitement and challenges, but Blue had faced them all with courage and determination. He had played with Lily in the park, chased after butterflies, and even helped her find her lost toy. He had solved 2 mysteries in one day. First, he had found Lily's missing shoe, which had been hiding under the couch. Then, he had helped Mrs. Thompson, the neighbor, find her lost cat. Blue's keen sense of smell and sharp eyes had made him a hero in the neighborhood. Blue learned that being observant and using his nose could help him find anything, but more importantly, he discovered that his true joy came from helping others. Whether it was finding a lost item or simply being there for a friend, Blue's heart swelled with happiness every time he made someone smile. He learned that helping his friends and family made him the happiest dog in the world. The bond he shared with Lily was unbreakable, and their adventures brought them closer every day. They laughed together, played together, and faced challenges together, always supporting each other. And so Blue, the detective dog, drifted off to sleep, his mind filled with dreams of new adventures. He knew that tomorrow would bring new mysteries to solve and new friends to help. With Lily by his side, there was nothing he couldn't do. Ready for more adventures and mysteries to come, Blue snuggled closer to Lily, feeling her warmth and love. The end of one day was just the beginning of another. and Blue was excited for all the possibilities that lay ahead. The end.